Calamity appears, scale in hand, to measure the children of man. What's up, nerds, and welcome to What's So Good About, the show where we gush about games we really like for about 10 minutes and maybe convince you to pick up a copy. And what a surprise, this episode is about Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker. And I mean, you knew this was coming. Madison and I love these games so much we had to share the videos. The first Devil Survivor was actually my very first foray into the Shin Megami Tensei games, and I discovered it when reading about the What Ends With You on TV tropes. I also found 999 there too. Anyway, I think we know which game I'm doing next. On to Devil Survivor. Now, ordinarily, I would have recorded this footage myself, except the capture software I use gets a bit unusable on the bottom screen. It's why there wasn't any bottom screen footage in the Persona Q2 review. Generally, with RPG titles, this wouldn't be a problem, as the bottom screen is just like menus and things, with the meat taking place on the top. However, the Devil Survivor games take place almost entirely on the bottom screen, leaving me high and dry. Luckily, Madison, who recorded their footage for Overclocked, was able to give me a hand. And then during the second day of the game, Monday, Madison's recording software stopped working, meaning I had to break out the old DS version. Just that kind of storytelling that really makes the game great, huh? Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker is the 2015 remake of the 2011 Shin Megami Tensei title for the 3DS. Developed by the Atlus subsidiary Careersoft and published by Atlus and Ghostlight, Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker is one of the very best DS games you could possibly get your hands on. It's that good. We open up the story with our high school protagonist and Bunny Hood Messiah, insert name here, or Hibiki Kuze if you want a canon name. He's hanging out with a buddy who has gotten him to sign up for the mobile application Nisea, the self-proclaimed dead-face delivery site that sends you low-quality videos of your friends dying seemingly at random. Of course, as this is a video game, this means on their way back from their college entrance exams that very same afternoon, Daichi, classmate Io, and Yu all receive a lovely little video that shows the trio being crushed by a falling subway car after an earthquake. Their current location? An underground subway platform. Take 3 guesses as to which natural phenomenon occurs next. And then demons pop out of their phones to prevent their certain death before setting their sights on the high schoolers' blood. One quick skirmish later and the party find themselves the new owners of demon summoning apps, able to summon these monsters at will to fight alongside. Several more skirmishes and an extra party member later, the group find themselves part of humanity's last line of defense against the Septetrions, a series of strange once-per-day eldritch creatures that are out to subdue humanity by conveniently only attacking Tokyo. Thank you, video game logic, we needed that assist because those stakes jumped up pretty damn fast. This game is a tile-based strategy RPG that has you traversing a grid, but instead of using various skills on the map itself, you walk up to a foe and attack them to initiate a skirmish. These skirmishes will give each party member on each side one attack, unless you take advantage of the extra turn system. Getting an extra turn is based upon the agility stat of the units involved, as well as various passive skills. However, you can gain extra turns by exploiting weaknesses, dealing critical hits, or using various physical skills like extra cancel. If you strike foes with elements they nullify, or worse, absorb or null, you'll not only lose your extra turn, but you'll give them one. The system works both ways, as you'll need to carefully kit out each of your battle parties with a wide variety of ways to eliminate your foes from physical attacks, elements, and status ailments. It's not actually necessary to defeat all 3 enemies in a party, but only defeating the leader will net you less experience and marker, a very valuable resource. Marker is important for obtaining new demons, either using it to resummon previously obtained demons from the compendium, or buying them from the auction, whilst XP gets you stat bonuses. When you only get 1 stat point per level and the cap for each stat is 40, you know each point is going to make a big difference. Stats also impact what skills your characters can equip, which means if you want to use strong physical skills, you will need to invest. 2 added extra physical skills to diversify the stats you can make, which leads me to often spend hours deliberating what builds I want to use, before going with magic again, because dance skills are both amazingly powerful and incredibly aesthetic. It feels like there's a lesser focus on time management in this game than Overclocked, as the story feels a bit more linear thanks to the reduction of cast members being out there doing their own things. Pretty much everyone is aligned with the organization GIPS, whether they want to or not. Because, you know, last bastion of humanity and all that. Whilst it does make the characters feel a bit less independent than the original, this is a Shin Megami Tensei game, so there's a bit more to it than that, as personal beliefs begin to get in the way, causing friction, and ultimately, oh so tasty rap splits. Time management is still used because you need to save your friends' lives and figure out how they got into those awful situations that kill them in the death clips. But they're pretty straightforward. The less straightforward part comes in the form of the fate system, which is akin to the social links from the Persona games that give you perks like elemental resistances and the ability to summon more powerful demons together. The optimal use of friendship. Various dialogue options throughout the game will give you an opportunity to garner some extra relationship points. Yeah, let's call them that. With choosing to hang out with a person before a time-critical point getting you more points, each character has their own hangout and development path, with characters recurring and overlapping in each other's paths. If you've gathered enough points for a rank up, it gets shown off before you're presented back in a menu. It's less structured than the social links. I'm here for it. The characters and their paths are fantastic. All of them get a bunch of depth, and they subvert classical SMT tropes you see in other entries. I don't think they're quite as good as Devil Survivor 1's cast at all. There's no Keisuke and Midori to be found here, but there is Joe and Rani. You know what else Record Breaker did that it absolutely did not have to? Make a whole damn sequel and slap that in the game as well. Because that's what the whole Record Breaker subtitle is referring to. You know, that part in the news story where, wait, I can't say that, bad Jacob. Anyway, there's a whole damn sequel in this game that has the same cast but more powerful foes to fight called the Triangulum. And the cast even get totally new fate events, more development, whilst keeping all the other good route splits and gameplay mechanics that they made the original game so damn good to begin with. We're trying to not wander as much this time, so let's cut to the chase. Devil Survivor 2 has an extremely solid story with multiple characters and choices. The game bears a fantastic cast of likable characters with varying personalities without being too stereotypical. The game's combat is freaking fantastic. Damn, the extra turn system is good stuff. And for those who are fans of the Mana and Saga games, it's also got the same composer. And the character designer also worked on Durarara, which is why there were time-exclusive cameos of Shizawa, Izaya, and Celti as recruitable demons. Because, why not? Thank you guys so much for watching Noisy Pixels, a group dedicated to bringing you guys the best news reviews, previews, and more. Please stick around and ring the bell if you haven't already. And subscribe. I did those in the wrong order. Why do I always record these live? Play Devil Survivor.